Hi everyone, my name's Daniel Rusby. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm trying to recreate a video that I did called How My Life Changed, and we're going back and touching over the subject of Marshall Harrison Rex Rusby. The video has been brought to my attention has been cut off after 2 minutes. I clearly answer my watch and then it cuts off, so that messed up the sound of my video, which was really from the heart, so it's quite hard to try and re-get this back. But I know I can do it because it's such an emotional subject for me and my wife and my family. So Marshall Harrison Rex Rusby, he was born on the 30th of the 3rd, 13. The same day as my wife on the 30th of the 3rd, 80, they both shared the same birthday. When Marshall came into this world, we were shocked. He came 4 months prematurely. We noticed a lot of synchronicities around the time that he passed away. He basically lived for 4 months and he died on his due date. And his due date was the 20th of July. He came in at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and he died at 1 p.m. He came in at 1 p.m. and he died at 1 a.m. So the two numbers there related. When he died, when he was in the hospital, he was getting really sick. He got an infection in his stomach called necrotizing enterocolitis, and that caused swelling inside his belly. When it happened at the end, we only had a few hours, and he just passed away very quickly. But when they brought him out, I seen a light leave his body, and that light was his spirit leaving him. I saw it. And the doctor said his heart was slowing down and he could still feel the heartbeat. But I knew my son wasn't inside there anymore and that he'd left his body. I saw it like a camera flash. It was like, and then he left his body. So I saw that, and the fact that that night, everyone that was there in that hospital was everyone that you would have wished for. Every best doctor in that place was there. Everyone that could have saved him, and that people that wouldn't give up from before were there to save him, and unfortunately that night they couldn't save him. So that started to teach me about what's meant to be is meant to be. It's something beyond our control. If it's our day and our time, then it's beyond our control. And that if God had wanted Marshall to never get to know us, he would have been born on that day, his due date, and died. And that we got to know him. So we got a blessing of 4 months to be able to get to know him. So I feel truly blessed to have gone through what we went through, even though it was like the toughest times of our life. When Marshall started to show us signs, after he passed away, he wanted us to know that he was okay. So one of the nights we were sat on the sofa, me and my wife, and he was tapping my wife on the leg. My wife starts saying to me, babe, there's someone tapping me on the leg. And it was like indentation going in like that, but without the finger there. You could see the trouser moving in, and then I was trying to explain it and say, surely it's your leg moving, it's a muscle, anything rational. And my wife was like, why are you trying to explain something you can see with your own eyes? I'm telling you, someone's tapping me on the leg, and it's Marshall. This feeling, I know it's him. That's when I realised, he was there. Everywhere that I went at that time, all I kept hearing was his song, right? When I was in hospital, Stevie Wonder was the person that got me through. His music, I was randomly just somehow ended up with Stevie Wonder. You Are the Sunshine of My Life is Marshall's song. I listened to quite a lot of Stevie's songs, but while I was in hospital, I noticed that in the waiting area, there was a book saying about Stevie Wonder was born prematurely, and that's why he was blind. So as I started to realise that, I felt more connection to the music I was already listening to without anyone telling me that. When he passed away, we used You Are the Sunshine of My Life as our as the funeral song for Marshall. And then when the day we got married, which we did choose my wife's birthday, because it being a special birthday with my wife and Marshall's birthday at the same day. So You Are the Sunshine of My Life is the wedding song and the funeral song, and means so much to me. So at that time, when I was really sad and down and no one could console me, and I buried my head in drink to try and numb the pain, and basically everywhere I went, I just kept hearing this song. I was in the bank, I was in the supermarket, everywhere I went, this song, "You are the sunshine of my life," just kept coming on over and over again, everywhere I went. So I'm starting to think this, like, some strange things going on here. I've seen my my wife's leg get touched by a spirit. I've seen this song keep appearing everywhere I go. Every time I'm thinking of Marshall, bang, it comes on in random places. Then we're going down south to tell my kids about Marshall passing away. Bearing in mind, my 2 other children, the older, they don't live up here in Birmingham with me. So we're going down to Brighton to tell them, which is quite a big thing. My dad's a barber. He had in his barber shop someone that used to come there when I used to go there. His name's Glenn. He's a medium, and he can speak to lost loved ones and gets messages from beyond. Basically, Marshall came through. I ring my dad, and then he's saying, "I've got Glenn here." He's all panicked. He's saying, like, "What's going on? What's happened? I'm getting all these messages, Mike." At that exact moment, I ring my dad, say I'm coming down to speak to my kids, and then I end up getting the phone passed to me. I speak to him on the phone, where he then proceeds to go on about a watch, and says lots of things like he's with your nan's got him, he's safe, he wants you to know he's okay, which you're thinking, fair enough, anyone could say that. But he started going on about this watch and all this, and I was just thinking he's talking rubbish. So as I get off the phone, bearing in mind my wife's driving the car, so she doesn't really hear what he's saying, I get off the phone, and then she's like, "Babe, what day was it when Marshall was born?" And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I realised that yes, there was a watch. I bought her a watch. It was her birthday. Because of everything what had happened, I was not even thinking about that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, things get forgotten. At the start of that pregnancy, we had a twin. We had a miscarriage. My wife has had miscarriages before. We go to the hospital. We're there till like 2 o'clock in the morning. The doctor comes in and he's like, oh, I've got to go. And he's got a little beep on his little beeper. He's just about to see us. My wife's passed a little embryo and that and seen it in the toilet. She knows what it is. She's had it happen before. She knew we'd lost the baby. This was Marshall's baby, yeah? So we go through all this like we've lost the baby. And then on the Tuesday, we've got a scan. So we don't expect nothing of it, yeah? So what I'm saying is, we thought we lost the baby. They make us wait in a hospital till 2 in the morning. My wife's been through loads and feeling really tired and ill and needs to get home. So I said to the doctor, we'll come back on Tuesday for that scan and we can agree that there's nothing there then. So we signed a load of forms to sign ourselves out and left the hospital. When we left that hospital, we went back on the Tuesday expecting them to say there's no baby there. We go back there and they say there's a baby there. There's the baby, there's the head. They start showing it on the scan and that. And we're like just in shock because we've gone through a whole weekend of devastation, and then there's the baby, right? That baby, they said, like, she said, like, oh look, you can see there's a little bit split off there. She said, like, there was a twin, so you've lost a twin. You didn't lose the baby, you lost a twin. That is right there. We should have known that something was going to happen with this baby, and it was going to be a big one. So, but anyway, we didn't really think about that twin. After everything we've been through, we did not think about the twin. And then this medium guy's going on about that. He's saying there's a twin. He's with his twin. He's with your nan. You know, like, he's saying all this stuff about the watch. Keep the watch by you. Keep it safe. The stuff that he said, there's no one else could ever know it, mate. We didn't even remember it. And yet this guy knew. So, going back to... there's another medium my wife went to see because she was going through so much. That was it, sorry. On the way down there, when that happened... my wife had been crying out and saying to heaven, please, God, please, Marshall, show me a sign that you're okay. Just want to know you're okay, son. And then that's when all that happened with Glenn, and he started getting all these messages, goes to my dad, I ring my dad exactly at that exact time. He's there, he's on the phone to me exactly at that time. Everything is synchronicity exactly as it's meant to be. My wife goes to a medium herself, speaks to a medium, and the same thing comes up. This medium's up in Birmingham, this other guy's down in Sussex. Same thing. He's with your nan. He's with Nanny Bob's. Not with my nan, no, not with your nan. With Nanny, with my nan. My nan's a strong woman who had 3 boys, and in life, my granddad wouldn't mess with her, you wouldn't mess with her. If anyone would be a strong person to look after someone and keep them safe, it'd be her. and they're saying he's with you, he's with your nan, and she wants to keep him safe until you get there. When it's my time to get there, that she'll give him over to me. Yeah, and then basically, as I woke up, this is where the last part of it was that when I woke up, spiritually, I realised I'd already gone through 5 years of just hiding the pain and just drinking it away and just covering it up and just not really dealing with it. And that actually, when Marshall released from me, I was holding him here. His spirit was with me the whole time, and he wouldn't step away from me until I was okay. And as I started to feel this lifting up, I felt lifted off the ground. Even though I was laying there, I still felt a lifting off and the pressure, and I let him go. I finally let him go, and he's now gone to heaven, and I feel that he'll always be in my heart, and he's going to be on the other side waiting for me, and I can't wait to see him one day. But I know that I've got so much to give in this life. I've got my kids, and we've got a beautiful little Noah now, who's 2 years old nearly, who was a miracle, who came with full term, no complications, no worries, born exactly as he should be. So I know God blessed me when I turned my life around and I started to look to God and start to pray and do all the right things via my body and my mind and my life. Everything changed for us. I know that other people will feel in the devastation times that that's the end, but I'm living proof that if you turn your negatives into positives, you can make your life turn around. You've got to just keep fighting for what's right and what is going to change, and it's going to be the best outcome if you can pull together and be strong. You and your wife, your husband and wife team, that's what makes us a perfect whole. Soulmates. Well, thank you for tuning in, and I hope I caught this video up with the same emotion as I had that day. Stay safe, guys. God bless, and I'll see you again soon.